because the midterm's in about 3 weeks. So you need to start listening to it. Because everything that's on there is game. Right? Is a game. It's game. Right? Okay. And then would you do me a favor, Israel? Like, watch it and then in about 10 minutes stop it and then start it again. So that it cuts it up in chunks. Right? Okay, so we're starting brand new again this week, and we're starting with the third branch of Avidya, okay? And it's spelled D-V-E-S-A, but it's pronounced Dvaisha. Dvaisha. Everybody say that for me? Dvaisha. Okay, even though it doesn't have an S-H-A, it's pronounced like an S-H-A, okay? And remember what we said. What is Avidya? It's a tree that what? It's a symbolic tree that what? What does it do? Stands in our way. Stands in our way of what?
Getting forward, moving forward in life.
Moving forward in life. Stands in our way of moving forward in life, okay? So today we talk about Dvaisha, which is extreme aversion. That's the opposite of the second branch, which was Raga, which was extreme attachment. Do you remember that? So now we are in extreme aversion. And we've all been there, and we all continue to be there. The majority of us live off of this branch, Dvaisha. Okay? The majority of us live there. Not too many. There's less people that have this extreme attachment, that are codependent, as opposed to people that are in aversion. Because we avoid things, we avoid people, we avoid circumstances, we avoid opportunities based on one bad apple, if you will. Right? So based on one bad experience, we then begin to believe, okay, we bring it down. We see what happens is that experience brings it in right here into your crown chakra, brings it all the way down, and then stuffs it right here into your first chakra, where you house your beliefs. Right? Where you house your beliefs. So you make beliefs based on incorrect perceptions that we've said, and you make it, and then you generalize it by saying everybody who wears pink stinks. Just because one person who wore pink was stinky, and maybe in another day you ran into another person that wore pink was stinky, so now in your mind you say everybody who wears pink stinks, right? So what do? You immediately avoid anybody that's wearing pink. Or you're uncomfortable standing in a conversation with that person because they're wearing pink because of the misperception that you have, right? And we have to be real careful because we create those perceptions within ourselves, and those are the things that stop us. Those are the things that stop us. Okay? So I'm going to cut to the chase real fast. Your homework is, ready, write this down. Your homework is to write down five perceptions of things that you know have stopped you from doing something or that you have avoided. Right? Let me give you another example.
Can you repeat it, please?
5 things that stopped you from doing something or you have avoided. Okay? So that's your homework. And that needs to be in your journal. Okay. So if you stay in this extreme avoidance, you're going to stay in what we call the negative, and you're going to keep attracting to you people that avoid you. You're going to make phone calls, and people are going to avoid you because you're doing the same thing, right? Where what we say in yoga is you need to be honest and true and have integrity, where if somebody's calling you, especially girls, we have a tendency to do this with guys. Rather than to say, no thank you, I'm not interested, we keep them hanging on and hanging on and hanging on, and we begin to avoid them. Why? Because we think we're going to hurt their feelings, but we don't understand that by avoiding them, we're hurting them more. See, we lose our integrity when we avoid things. If somebody presents an opportunity to you, hey, I would like for you to come with me to drink coffee and do this, rather than say, oh, you know what, I can't, I'm doing something else, or my tia said I need to do this, or my mommy said I need to do that, and those are all excuses. When if you're really not interested, what you need to do is you need to be integritous with yourself and say, I truly appreciate that you have given me the opportunity to do that, but at this time in my life, that's not what I'm looking for. But hit me up in 3 months. Perhaps I'm going to be in a different place by then. Right? Or if you just don't ever want to hear about that, then you just say, you know what, that's not for me, at least not right now. I will contact you when it's for me. Do you see how you close the door and then that person, then you don't avoid. You don't avoid and you don't cause people to avoid you. Because what happens is, subconsciously, when we begin to avoid, what happens is we attract avoidance in our lives. We attract avoided opportunities, business opportunities, job opportunities, all of those things that could make you a better person and make you more happy. You're attracting them because you're avoiding. You see, Gandhi said a long time ago, be the change you want to see. So if you want to see the world change, then you be the change. If you want to see people be nicer, you be nicer. If you want to see people have more love in their life, then you have more love in your life. If you want to attract more positivity, then you be positive. If you want to attract more smiles, then you give the smiles first. You need to be the change you want to see in your life. Right? If you want people to be generous with you, you have to be generous with them. So that's what this is about. Subconsciously, we begin to avoid these things. It's an opportunity to change our life. And we need to learn to say yes and figure out how. You're so programmed socially to be afraid. Don't try anything. We want guarantees. Everything in our life, we want to guarantee that it's going to work out. If not, I'm not going to try it. Well, you know what? There are no guarantees. You have to try things. You have to get out. You have to take risks. Otherwise, you will always live your life here, sheltered, wishing you had more money, wishing you had more successful friends, wishing you had better this, wishing you had better that. And it's all because of you. You have decided that you don't want to do that. It's a lot easier to sit around and watch TV and stay behind than get out there and go try to find a job. Then get out there and go try to whatever. Your fears will always hold you back. Your ego in psychology, in positive psychology, we call it the ego mind, right? That inside of you, that little voice inside of you that starts to tell you, wait a minute, you can't do that. What makes you think you can't do that? You're not smart enough. You're not tall enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not blonde enough. You're not. And you allow this. And you believe this, and then you bring it down into your chakra, your first chakra, and then you begin to live your life from that place. So when we begin to learn that, holy crap, what I've been doing is avoiding. Been there, done that, right? For the longest time, people used to tell me, you need to hire a coach. I'd say, oh, come on, what does a coach know? How is a coach going to help me? How is a coach going to help me for my business? How's a coach? I didn't know that, but I I was